The Dowdun Reach update introduced 3 new armor sets. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys what resources you need to collect in order for you to unlock them so you guys can craft them. As always, if you guys enjoy survival games in RuneScape Dragonwilds, be sure to subscribe here on the channel as I am on the road to 100,000 subscribers. Diving into the first set, and that is the Mithril set. When you first arrive into Dowdun Reach, right here inside of the courtyard area, make your way over to the right-hand side. Don't go up into the fortress or anything yet. Just make your way to the right-hand side. This will be the very first Mithril ore node that you'll probably come across, and as long as you have a steel pickaxe, which you should have from Fell Hollow, go ahead and farm up the Mithril ore, and then that is going to be what you're going to need to take back to your base. And once you're back at your base here, go ahead and throw it into the blast furnace, and then once you have turned it into the Mithril bars, boom bada bing baby, you got the full Mithril set unlocked. Little side tip here for you: in order for you to get the Mithril pickaxe recipe, you're going to have to go and utilize some of the Mithril bars to make the regular standard axe. Go back to Dowdun Reach, and then some of those maple trees right there in the courtyard, go ahead and chop down some of these maple trees with that brand new Mithril axe. Once you go ahead and collect the logs, head back to your base, and now you should have the recipe at your smithy in order to craft a pickaxe. Now, diving into the second set, and that is the Mystic Robe set, all right? Basically the magic set here for the Dowdun Reach update. This one takes a couple of extra steps. The first thing you need to do is you need to either loot your way through the castle, specifically the cathedral, because it has like the first set of mages that you'll come across, the enemy type. You're going to go ahead and kill some of those guys, or just collect a bunch of different loot around the entire fortress or the cathedral, and you will get yourself what they call mystic fibers. You're then going to take these mystic fibers back to your base, throw them on the spinning wheel to turn them into mystic thread. It looks like these purple things you see here on screen. Once you get the mystic thread, the second part of this is you actually have to take that and then throw it into the loom to turn it into mystic cloth. Once you do both of those and you've already collected some of the other materials, you will then fully unlock the mystic set for you to craft. And now diving into the third set, and that brings us to the Blue Dragonhide set, as you guys can see here. Now this one, very similar to the Mystic Robe set, does take some additional, preparation here in order for you guys to fully unlock it. The first thing you need to do is hunt some enemies in Dowdun Reach. The first ones are going to be the Hellhounds, the Hell Rats, for sure, both of those, and then pretty much just anything else that you can find, right? So any other loot, some of the chests can drop some materials. I believe even some of the other mobs and enemies can too, but those two are the main ones, all right? What you're looking for is draconic scraps or draconic leather. Whichever one you get, those are awesome. That's what we need. And then the third item is going to be the Cursed Liquid. It kind of looks like a blood stain, like circled little blood stain here, as you can see on screen. Once you get both of those, head back to the base. The next thing we need to do is go back to the tannery, and in the tannery, you can put your draconic scraps to turn it into draconic leather. If you already have draconic leather, awesome, saved you an extra step here, but go ahead and put in the draconic leather once you have it ready to go, and then put in the Cursed Liquid side by side inside of the tannery. Then it will create cursed leather. After you collect the cursed leather, that should then fully unlock the Blue Dragonhide set for you. And one additional resource you guys will need in order for you to full on craft these sets and not just unlock them is going to be the demonic oil. This demonic oil, as you can see right here, has a couple of steps that you have to do in order for you guys to fully craft it. The first one is going to be you need to again kill those hell rats and even those hell hounds to collect this vile ashes. You need to take the vile ashes along with the necrotic bone meal. The necrotic bone meal you get from just simply throwing undead bones inside of the grindstone. It's super easy and efficient to get. And once you have both of those crafted, the next thing you're going to need to grab in Dowdun is going to be the limestone nodes. You can find these once again all around the courtyard in nice and safe areas. You'll find them obviously throughout the entire, zone and area, but as far as the first easy ones to get, I would just head over to the waterfall right here on the edge of the courtyard, collect some limestone, go back to your base. Again, back at the grindstone, you're going to grind down that limestone into, powder basically, and then once you get the ground limestone and the ground sandstone, you should probably already have grind sandstone from other regions. You get that pretty early on, but you're going to go ahead and grind both of those down. And once you have both of these, the ground limestone and the ground sandstone, go ahead and head back to your blast furnace. In the blast furnace, this is going to be where you're going to combine both of these items, just like so, and then that is going to create a resource called molten glass. And this will officially unlock the glass recipe. You'll get the glass vessel, the glass decoration, and the glass panes. Once you then finally have unlocked that, then you're going to go ahead and head back to the jeweler's bench, and then you're going to craft the glass vessels. Once you have the vessels crafted, then finally we'll be able to combine all of the ingredients here inside of the brewing cauldron. We're going to combine the necrotic bone meal, the vile ashes, and the glass vessel in order to make the demonic oil. I may have went a little too fast for some of you guys, and if that is the case, then be sure to pause the video, go back and forth. I'll also put some timestamps down below for each individual set in case you don't care for the other two or you're just looking for one in particular. But nevertheless, guys, that should show you how to craft all of them. I know some of them do have quite a bit of steps in order for you to get to unlocking it, like the demonic oil. That one took me a little bit here to figure out, especially those glass vessels, because I believe it's maybe one of the pieces. I can't remember if it's like the molten glass. One of those things didn't really tell you where to go or what to put it in, so I had to play around with it to figure it all out. But nevertheless, we have officially arrived here. We got all three of these sets fully unlocked. And as always, if you guys found this video helpful, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe here for the algorithm engagement, and also just to help me reach my goal of 100,000 subscribers here, hopefully by the end of 2026. As always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and with that being said, as always, I'll see you on the next one.